So Peter Pan is now brown, Tinkerbell is now black, and the Lost Boys are now girls. But they still call themselves the Lost Boys. Angry liberal, angry Biden voter.
I'm all about it.
Welcome back to my channel. We are out here in St. Petersburg Pier talking to people today about the new Peter Pan and Wendy movie. As you guys probably saw, Peter Pan is now brown, Tinkerbell is now black, and the Lost Boys are now girls. And this is just another example of Disney forcing woke ideology down our throats. Traditionally white characters apparently are no longer good enough when it comes to Disney and mainstream media, but it is interesting that the bad guy remains white in the movie. That's really interesting. So today I'm dressed as Peter Pan, or as I like to call myself, Pedro Pan, which in Spanish would translate to Peter Bread. So you guys can call me either Peter Bread or Pedro Pan, whatever you want. So let's have a fun day today here in St. Petersburg Pier, and go woke, go broke. I want to see that stock price down on the ground. In case you're wondering why I'm dressed like Peter Pan.
Because you're waiting for Tinkerbell.
I am actually waiting for my Tinkerbell. You're right. That is a true story. So my question is, have you seen the new Disney trailer for the new movie coming out?
No.
So they made Peter Pan a brown boy, Tinkerbell is now black, and the Lost Boys are now girls.
I've seen that.
It's the new movie coming out.
You've seen that?
So my question is, what's your thoughts on all this woke culture where, you know, characters that are traditionally white, now it's no longer good enough. They have to be either black or brown or gay or trans or non-binary. What are your thoughts on it?
I don't know what to think. I think just be yourself. That's what I think.
So Peter Pan is an originally English story.
Yes.
So the character is a white character. Tinkerbell is usually blonde hair, blue eyes.
Right.
So why does Disney have to have a black Tinkerbell and a brown Peter Pan? I feel like they're forcing their woke agenda down our throat.
They are.
And I just want to get the opinions on the street. Are you for it? Do you think like enough's enough?
For me, I think that
Here, come this way. Because right now you're just a voice off the camera.
Yeah, it's more a matter of being happy with yourself, and why do you have to always find somebody that you have to identify with? We're all human.
My thing is, if you want to have a black character, make a new one or pull one from African literature that's never been told before. Tell a new story.
Yep.
Why do you have to slap a skin color on a previously white character?
So then why are you dressed as Peter Pan?
Just because I think it's kind of funny for the video.
I think it's great. I love it.
I think I look adorable.
I never think about that. You don't look like the original Peter Pan. I mean,
Well, it's a costume.
because it's
It's a costume. It's a fantasy world ultimately.
Somebody could say it's cultural appropriation.
Right. It's funny. I've seen some white people dressed as Mexican, sombrero, and the mustache.
Yeah.
And sometimes they get called for cultural appropriation. I don't think that's a big. I think it's cultural appreciation.
Yeah, in a lot of
what I'm
ways.
saying? I don't think it's a big deal. If I wear a samurai outfit, am I offending the Japanese? I don't think so. I think I'm honoring the Japanese.
Right, you are.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And if you talk to people from those cultures that are not, I think involved with the American side of things, they'll say the same thing. They're like, what's the big deal?
Right. I don't think it's a big. I think we make a big deal out of too many things here. But I also think we have to stop race swapping iconic characters, in my opinion. Just make new ones.
Yeah,
I
have no problem
Don't
with
change the old.
That's right.
Make up the new.
Exactly. And you like my wrist?
I love your bracelet.
You actually noticed that.
Of course I did.
Wow.
Make America
So you're
back.
on,
Bring
you're,
America
so you're
back.
you're on the Trump train.
Yes.
God bless you.
God bless you.
You guys are on the Trump train too?
More or less.
More or less. We'll take that.
It's like anything else. You disagree with some things and agree with some
But
things.
overall, you're on the Trump train.
I think overall I would consider myself conservative.
Hell yeah.
Do what?
Conservative. You too?
Oh, yeah.
God bless you, ladies. We're on the right side.
luck with
We're on the
everything.
right side of history.
We
I'm going
are.
to find Tinkerbell for you.
I hope so. All right. So, have you seen the new trailer for the new Disney movie Peter Pan and Wendy?
No.
So they changed everything. Tinkerbell is now black. Peter
Okay.
Pan is now brown.
That's okay.
The Lost Boys are now girls.
Oh, okay.
And they still call themselves the Lost Boys, which
Okay.
is a little, interesting.
It's okay.
But my question is, what's your thought on all this woke culture where they can't leave classically white characters alone?
I just don't feel, I don't see the color. I don't care. And I probably am what is woke. I'm a very liberal person, and I don't have a problem. I think that children of color should have these types of things in their imagination and in their, so that they can enjoy it.
So why not create a new character, pull from an African literature, or go to Mexico and find a story never been told before.
That's fine too.
Why reskin English characters from the 1800s?
I think the only reason is because that has been so traditional that little kids that are of color have seen those and they don't understand why they're not represented. And I think that the representing them in a new film on that is really beneficial to the children. That's
So I'm just curious, how far does this extend? If they were to do a movie about Martin Luther King Jr. And they casted a white or Chinese actor to play MLK Jr.
As long as he was promoting the same thoughts and feelings that Martin Luther King Jr., I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Interesting. That's very open-minded and tolerant.
Well, that's where I live.
So I'm Mexican, and I just find it to be weird. I feel like Disney's forcing their agenda down our throats, and I'm not a fan of that. I want it to happen organically and naturally, and I don't think it is.
Well, I don't think anything is happening organically and naturally. I think, if they won't even let you teach African history, African studies in Florida, they won't even let you teach that to anyone. That is controlling you. Teach it to anyone who wants to know it. I don't care.
I think they're more trying to block the things like the critical race theory.
What does that mean?
Well, it's basically just painting people by skin color, saying if you're white, you're oppressor. If you're dark, you're oppressed.
Or is it teaching the history?
Well, I think history is fantastic. I think we should teach that.
I do too.
The history
but you should teach the honest history.
Yeah, of course.
From all sides.
I agree with that. But I don't think that we should be telling kids their skin color identifies who they are or puts them on a scale.
I certainly don't think that.
Right.
But I feel as though critical race theory is being painted as something that is saying whites are only bad, blacks have been punished. They have been punished, and the whites that did it. But those whites aren't alive right now. And people here should be tolerant of everyone and accepting of everyone. And that's what I believe.
Thank you so much for your words. Appreciate you.
welcome.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day.
God bless you. Have you seen the new video, the new trailer for
No.
Peter Pan and Wendy?
No, not yet.
So
Maybe
they made Peter Pan brown. They made Tinkerbell black.
Okay.
And they made the Lost Boys girls
Okay.
in the new movie.
Interesting.
So I just personally feel like they're trying to shove an agenda down our throat where they can't leave these white characters alone. Like, white is not good enough anymore, it seems like, and Disney has to change everything. So I just want to get your opinion on that. Do you think it's okay to keep changing traditionally white characters, and why not come with new characters, tell new stories?
It's a very good question. I think it's great. I think it will satisfy a lot of people, and for me, I think it's I kind of like it, and I will watch it for sure.
So you're going to see the movie?
Absolutely.
So have you seen the new trailer for Peter Pan and Wendy?
I haven't. No, but I heard about it, though.
So-
I heard they have girls in it and the Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys are now girls.
Okay.
Tinkerbell is now black,
Okay.
and Peter Pan is now brown.
Okay.
But the bad guy is still white, which I thought was very interesting. They kept him white for some reason. My question is, what are your thoughts on this woke agenda where traditionally white characters are no longer, it seems, good enough?
Yeah.
They have to be rewritten and non-binary or person of color. What are your thoughts on it?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
I'm very concerned.
You're concerned about
I
it?
am.
Very concerned.
Very
Well, the thing is,
concerned.
to me, Peter Pan, while he is fiction, and I'll admit that, he's an English-Scottish tale.
Yeah.
Back in the 1800s, there weren't really brown people in that part of the world. And he's always been depicted as a white character.
Yeah.
So why change that?
Yeah.
What are your
Why
thoughts?
change a lot of stuff in society? Why change history for kids and knock down statues? Why change everything? Like it's
But wasn't the actress, wasn't she a woman at the same time?
Originally,
Yeah,
they did
Barry.
cast
What was her name?
women to be Peter Pan.
Right.
Originally,
Yeah.
early on. Peter Pan is a boy, but he was acted out as a woman in the earliest renditions in the 1800s. There were actors that played that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's an example where they took a traditional character, casted a woman, and then brought it back to a man in later editions, like Robin Williams, for example. Rest in peace. He was Peter Pan
Yeah.
in Hook.
Yeah.
I'm brown, I'm Mexican,
Yeah.
and I don't need to see a brown Peter Pan.
I'm Puerto
I'd rather
Rican.
see, okay, you're Latino too. I would rather see a new story that's never been told before. Go into Mexican literature, go into Mexican heritage, pull a story that's never been told. That to
love
me
it.
would be more powerful than a black Spider-Man, a
There's
black
no-
Ariel, a black Tinkerbell. Why?
Yeah. I don't know why.
You know?
Seriously, I don't know why this is happening.
So just leave some things alone, I think.
I think it's also that our society needs to go back to the spirituality of life and the trust of something bigger than us.
Right.
I love it.
And my last question is, as a
love
bonus, Trump 2024?
I ain't going there.
I will. I'm definitely supporting Trump.
Oh, God bless you.
I don't care. I
God
love
bless
him.
you. Yeah, look at my wrist.
Oh, I didn't even see
Yeah,
that.
I'm a big Trump
No, I'm
supporter.
a Trump supporter, and I don't care.
God bless you.
Listen, I had a neighbor who said to me, "You're putting up your Trump sign. They're gonna firebomb my house." I said, "Take it easy. It's okay.
Take it easy.
It's okay." She doesn't get into politics.
Get into politics.
I was never offended by him. Originally, I'm from New York City. I was never
Me
offended
too.
by him. No.
Me too.
What part?
Listen,
Queens.
yeah, me too. Bayside.
Forest Hills. Yeah, Forest
Yeah,
Hills.
I didn't even notice your bracelet, and I was talking about that.
Some people notice it, some don't.
No, I didn't.
I think everybody.
What do you think's gonna happen, though? You think he's gonna win? I don't know. I don't even know. I know he's still running.
Yeah. He's got a chance, I think.
I think he has a chance too.
Yeah, I think he's got a big chance.
I do too.
So
I hope
we'll see
so.
what happens.
Hey, listen.
I campaign for him every couple days.
Do you
I bring
good?
out a flag. I walk around different areas of Florida,
Yeah.
and I put it on my YouTube channel
Okay.
for the world
What
to see.
channel is it?
My name is Adam Francisco.
Adam Francisco.
You know how to spell that. You're Puerto Rican.
Yes, I do.
So you type it and you'll find me.
I will. Well, listen. Good for you. Very nice to meet you.
I'm just trying to put common sense back into the world, and I'm
I
just sick of
agree.
the woke stuff. Leave Peter Pan alone. I want nostalgia. I want to see what's reflected in the original source.
I just think
Sorry.
I feel they're sending crazy messages to young kids
Right.
who really don't understand it.
They're very confused.
Yeah, they're trying to turn our kids trans.
We'll convert your children, yes we will.
It's, like I respect everybody, whatever
They want to do
you
or be?
want to do, but does my child at 5 or 6 years old need to learn about it in school?
Right.
Sorry.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to meet you.
Same here. Be well.
Thank you. So this is amazing. You got on a Tinkerbell shirt.
I do indeed.
What made you wear that today?
My grandsons.
Wow. So
They
have you
love Peter Pan.
heard that there's a new movie coming out, Peter Pan and Wendy?
No, I have not.
So Peter Pan is now brown,
Good.
Tinkerbell is now black,
Good.
and the Lost Boys are now girls. And
Good.
they're still call themselves the Lost Boys instead of the Lost Children or something. So my thoughts are, what are your thoughts on these traditionally white characters not being good enough anymore? Everything has to be changed, it seems like.
Well, I don't know if it's not good enough as much as the story can change in any way you want. It's a fantasy.
But why can't they just create new stories from new literature, new lore? Go to Mexico, go to Spain, go to Africa, find stories that have never been told before, tell the new one. Why do you have to reskin Peter Pan, who's from the 1800s, always has been white, and back in the 1800s in England, there were no brown people. So why is he brown in the new movie?
I don't think it really matters. The retelling of the story is about a little person who
Can fly.
can fly and escapes adulthood. It doesn't matter what color he is.
So fantasy world, who gives a shit?
Well, I don't know who gives a shit, but I don't think it matters who it is. It's
Okay.
it's the message.
Does this
It's the
extend
love.
to biopics, like if you did a movie about Martin Luther King and they had decided to hire a white actor? Would that be okay, in your opinion?
Well, that's representing a real person instead of a cartoon, so there's a whole different dimension.
So your line is, if it's fantasy world, do whatever you want. If it's based on reality, try to keep it a little more strict.
Absolutely.
That's pretty consistent.
Take care, Peter.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm Mexican, and I don't need to see a Mexican Peter Pan. Like, I don't care. It doesn't make Peter Pan more endearing to me. It doesn't make me feel represented anymore. I just find it weird. I want to see a white Peter Pan just like the original book.
Do you really?
Yes.
I don't really care, as long as the story is true and full of love and fantasy and goodness.
That
It
sounds
doesn't matter to me.
that sounds very open-minded and tolerant.
All right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Bye, pups.
Also, guys, while I have your attention, I do want to point out this really cool stool that I bought. As you guys know, because I have kidney failure, sometimes my stamina is not where it needs to be. So oftentimes I need to sit down, take a break while I'm doing these videos. So I bought this collapsible stool. Check it out, guys. It's pretty awesome. Boom. I now have a little stool that I could sit on, and it could support my weight for quite the long time. So if you guys are looking for a stool like that you can take with you, put it in your backpack, I'll put a link in the description. Use that because I get some Amazon credits when you buy it through my link. So have you seen the new trailer for Peter Pan and Wendy?
No.
So Peter Pan is now brown, Tinkerbell is now black, and the Lost Boys are now girls. But they still call themselves the Lost Boys. Angry liberal, angry Biden voter.
I'm all about it!
Exactly, angry Biden voter. No, but for real, like, what are your thoughts on it? Like, I feel like Disney's pushing their woke agenda down our throat, and white characters are no longer good enough. You can't leave it alone. It seems like.
I'm all for it. And I think this is an absolute atrocity. Your channel, you as an individual, who do you think you are doing this? I'm all about this. I think it's beautiful, and we should include everybody.
Yeah, that's exactly how they are. I'm not going to be surprised if there's like a trans character in the movie. I wouldn't be surprised. Look, I'm not against representation. I'm really not. But my thing is, why not just create a new story from cultures that have not been told before? And go to Mexico, sit with the locals down there, find a story that's never been told, and then tell the new story.
They'll change Tinkerbell to Winky Bell.
That's what they're pretty much doing.
Bell.
That's pretty much what they're doing. Dinky Bell.
Dinky Bell. Dinky
You know?
Bell.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's an atrocity.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like tell new stories. There's no need to keep reskinning white characters.
Mm-hmm. I don't like what they did to the Little Mermaid.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they dyed her hair red. So if you're going to keep her red hair anyway, cast a red hair girl. Redhead gingers are already so rare. Why would you take away a ginger roll?
Hashtag not my Ariel.
That's not my Ariel.
Hashtag not my Sebastian.
And this is not my Peter Pan either.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but I'll take Aladdin because they kept him pretty consistent.
Okay. Yeah, no, Aladdin was good.
Yeah. So that's my opinion on that.
No, I think you're right. I think it's terrible.
Awesome. So you do some music, huh?
Kind of, something like that.
How do we find you, on Instagram or?
Oh, I got a YouTube channel, Mark Mara Music.
How do you spell it?
MarkMarra, Mark Mara Music. I'm a street musician. I live in Nashville. I'm just down here enjoying the warm weather.
Amazing.
And having a great time enjoying the beautiful state of Florida.
Amazing. We'll put a link in the description to your channel.
Heck yeah.
Maybe get some
Dude,
more followers.
Right on, brother. Thank
Absolutely,
you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks for being in it.
Yeah.
So we are the new cast of the new Tinkerbell movie, Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. Peter Pan is now brown, Tinkerbell is now black, and the Lost Boys are now girls.
Yeah.
So my question is, what are your thoughts on Disney always changing like white characters into people of color, non-binaries? Like, what are your thoughts on it as a person of color?
I think it's, I don't know.
Be honest.
I think it's good that they're trying to show more representation, and I think as like being a young kid of color, it definitely feels good to see someone like that looks like you.
But don't you think that they could just take a new story, like maybe go to Africa or Haiti, tell a story that's never been told before? Why reskin a white character from England like Peter Pan? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just find it to be unnecessary, and I'm brown too, but I'm not happier seeing a brown Peter Pan. I don't really care to see a Mexican Peter Pan. I'd rather keep him traditionally white and tell me a new story. Like, you ever see Coco?
Yeah.
That was a wonderful story. It's a new story, right? Why can't they do more of that?
I think they're just trying to, I don't know.
Force the agenda down our throats. The agenda, right?
Not necessarily, but...
All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up. As you can see, people here are pretty much split. Some people are okay with the diversity and the forced agenda. Others aren't. You know which side I'm on, guys. And if you guys like watching this video, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, click the bell to get notified every time I go live. And as always, God bless Trump.
But you're not all boys. So?
Were you expecting someone else?